Hi, I'm Judy Crowell. 5 moves in 5 minutes. Can you do it? Do you have 5 minutes? The length of this particular video is going to look longer than just 5 minutes, and I'll tell you why. Because I really want to show you the 5 different moves that you're going to be able to do 60 seconds apiece that are going to work the front of the arms, the back of the arms, the shoulders, the chest, and even the core. It's 5 different moves that you could do multiple times a week, and basically even in 5 weeks, you're going to see a big difference. I should have called it 5 moves in 5 minutes in 5 weeks. Maybe 5 days a week, but that's only 5 minutes a day. Basically, I wanted to do this video because a friend of mine said, I see what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm supposed to feel. I don't know if my form is right, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking for as far as a change is concerned. So I put 5 together for you, and I want to show you what they are, and then we're going to do them for 60 seconds. Then I'm going to break, show you the next move, we'll do it for 60 seconds. So you'll have a little break in between. I love to start out with a bicep curl. And why? Well, it's just a great way to warm up the body. It's an easy move to remember, and it's just a good way to start your workout, any kind of arm workout. So if you have a couple of weights, I'm going to actually use 3-pound weights. I'd love for you to get a set of 1 pound, 2 pound, and 3 pound, or just one of them. Somebody even said to me, how do I know when I'm ready to move up to the next weight? Well, because you're getting stronger. And then you're seeing that you may need a higher weight to see even more definition and move to the next level. So that's when you'll know. You just trust your body. With this move, what are you doing? I want you to put your feet in a parallel position. I want you to bend your knees. I also want you to hold in your stomach, because when you hold in your stomach, you're protecting your back. Basically, if you're trying to lift too much weight and you're flinging your arms, you're also arching your back. You don't want to do that. So if you hold your stomach in, you're also getting an ab workout as an added benefit to the bicep curl. But this is for the front of the arms that we're going to be working. You're going to keep your upper body very still, and you're going to keep your arms, the upper arms, close to the body. So you're not out here doing this. You're staying in control, and you're just pushing that move up to a 90-degree angle. So you see that I'm not coming all the way up to the shoulders with this one, not that you can't in another move, but this is a different one. This is 5 moves in 5 minutes, 60 seconds apiece. So you'll take those weights and you'll come up to that 90-degree angle, and then you'll go back down. Here's another added bit of information. Where do you exhale and inhale, and why is that important? If you think about a cannon, you have to load the cannon with ammunition for it to power, to explode. And that's exactly what you're doing with your muscles. You're loading that cannon with a big inhale on the way down. And then when those muscles explode to be able to lift those weights, you exhale. And that's where you get in the mindset of, on the exertion, that cannonball coming out of the cannon, that's the exertion, that's the explosion, that's when you exhale. So you inhale, load those muscles, and exhale in the exertion, okay? So pretty easy and something to concentrate on. And where are you working? It's the front of the arm. So let's start that music. I've timed all these songs to be 60 seconds, so that's all you're going to do. And you'll find that it goes by pretty quickly. All right, our first 60 seconds. Ready? And up and down. Up and down. And when you can do it to the beat of the music, that's also a great way to time yourself and know that you're working those muscles in a very controlled fashion. So you're not just flinging them forward, you're actually contracting. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, okay? Explode and down, explode and down. Stomach tight, explode, good. And exhale, good. Exhale. One minute. Good. All right, guess what? You're done. That was 1 minute long. At that point, Your bicep curl is finished. You've worked the front of the arm. You're going to feel fatigued. Of course you're going to feel fatigued. That's a good thing. Why? Well, in those moves, you are isolating those muscles, right? You're also, unbeknownst to you, creating teeny tiny tears in the muscle. They're microscopic tears. Why is that important? Well, then your body comes along and heals those microscopic tears. It actually builds microfibers of muscle, so you're creating new tissue. In the long run, it makes your arms stronger. So I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about a challenge. When you challenge those muscles, you're actually strengthening them because your body is building more muscle. So does that make sense? Because you obviously want to get stronger. So the next move you're going to do is actually for the back of the arm. And we always talk about, that part of the arm that waves even after you stop saying goodbye. It's true. We hate that extra flab on the back. What do? There's an exercise for it. This is exercise 2 of our 5. And I'm going to suggest that you use the same weight that you did for the bicep curl. I'm also going to suggest that you use the same positioning of the body. Remember, if you think about the explosion and the inhaling on the way down, where you're loading that ammunition and then exploding that muscle just as it's firing, like a synapse that's firing, just like that. The other thing you want to make sure you do is keep those arms, again, close to the body. Obviously, they're going to separate out from your body, but I don't want you just flinging them like this. The idea is your body and the form that you take is just as important as the move you're doing, okay? So let's go on to the next song. You'll see it's 5 moves in 5 minutes. Here we go. Feet are parallel and your knees are bent. Ready? Okay, here we go. Explode. Back and in and back and in. Keep those arms close to the body, the upper arms close to the body when you bring them back in. Good. And keep that stomach tight. Zip up those abs. My girlfriend said, "What does that even mean?" I said, "Remember when you were a teenager and you had to pull that stomach in to get on those tight jeans?" She said, "Oh yeah, everybody remembers those days and remembers what that move feels like." I say, zip up those abs. That's what I'm talking about. Tighten that stomach. Keep going. And push through it. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, push, and together, push, and together, and stay out there, push, push, push. Feel that muscle working. Yes, you're building muscle in a very controlled fashion. Okay, so let's stop the music there again, and we'll go on to the third move of the 5. The third move I'm going to do is going to take you down to the ground. And there are a couple different ways you can do it. It's called the plank. I have done another video of the plank that I will also link up at the top and in the bottom, so that if you want to do a full plank workout, there are ways that you can adapt the plank so it actually makes it more fun than to just lay there or stand there, because you're really standing on your toes. But in this case, I want to see if I can challenge you to do this for just 60 seconds. And if you can't, that's okay. You can either come down on your knees or you can stop and just do as long as you can. But then when you do the video again, come back and see if you can add another 10 seconds onto that plank move, okay? That's all we're going to do. Very, very still. In this case, you're not going to need your weights because you're actually holding up the weight of your body. So let's move on to the third song, and it's 60 seconds. You can also, you know something? Let me pause it just for a second, because I want you to know you can also do this on your knees. So here's the move. You can either stay on your knees, just like this, and keep your feet parallel in the back, and your elbows are locked in this case. The other thing form-wise that you want to look for is that you're not sagging in the middle. You're not looking up like this, because that can really injure your back. By the same token, I don't want your butt up in the air either, because then you're really not giving yourself the benefit of holding up the weight of your body. The other way to do this plank is on your toes and hands, just like this, okay? That's the position that you're going to try to hold for 60 seconds. No other movement. When you're doing this move, your shoulders are right over your elbows. So you don't want to have them too far out here, okay? You don't want to have them splayed. You want them to be right underneath your shoulders. So watch for that. If you have a full-length mirror, it's a great idea to do these moves in front of a full-length mirror, and then you can see what you're doing. Okay, if you're ready, let's get that music started. Here we go. Ready? Okay, tuck those toes under, and here is the plank. For 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Hold your stomach in, and watch my position. I have my booty down, but I don't have my back arched. And I'm just being very, very still. But you're actually taxing your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, your upper and lower abs, your hips, even your calves are engaged. So you're engaging all the muscles of the body. And just relax your neck too. Just relax. Even your ankles and your arches are getting a workout in this plank. Not much more time. Maybe I should even put a stopwatch on this so you know exactly how long you've been here. And then you can count down. That's it. I was going to say 10, 9, 8, 7, but I wasn't really sure because I didn't put the watch in front of me. I'm actually using my phone for the music. Okay, the next move is for the shoulders. And those are the deltoid muscles. They're a big triangular group of muscles right up on the shoulder area. So this move is going to work those shoulders so that you get that beautiful definition, okay? I'm going to show you the move, and then we're going to do it for 60 seconds. Here's the move. What looks familiar? Your feet are back in the parallel position. Your knees are bent. Your stomach is tight. Zip up those abs. And what else is familiar? 90-degree angle. My arms are in a 90-degree angle, and the move looks like this. Push and pull. The explosion, the expression, the exhale, all happens right here. And then pull back down. Notice something else? My shoulders are not dropping below, or my elbows are not dropping below my shoulders. So when you push up, push straight up, and then come straight down. And it's also a very easy one to remember to do. Add this into your workout. Ready? Here we go. And up and down. Nice and in control. And up to the beat of the music. Up. Exhale. Good job. If you can watch yourself in a mirror, then you'll know that your form is correct. Elbows don't go lower than the shoulders, and the arms go straight up. Good. Hold that stomach tight. Hold those butt muscles tight. That gluteus maximus. Work it all if you can. Might as well make that 60 seconds count for a whole lot more. It's multitasking. Keep going. Up and down and up and down. Good. Up and down and up and down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. And come all the way down. Excellent job. That is terrific. Okay. So the next one I want to show you, and I want you to do, even if the word doesn't appeal to you, is going to work the pectoral muscles. So this one is a push-up. And there are a number of different ways that you can do it. But one of them is on the floor. So obviously, and I don't do men's push-ups, I prefer to do the women's push-up like we did at the plank on our knees. So, but same idea. Your elbows track right underneath your shoulders in this case. And you're on your knees, they're parallel, just like this, and you let your elbows go straight back and then straight up, okay? That's the move. The other way to do a push-up is at a counter. So if you have room in your bathroom, at your bathroom counter, you can do it there. If you have an island in the kitchen, if you don't have an island in the kitchen, if you have a kitchen counter, and you've got enough room for your body to be 3 feet away from the counter, then you can do it there. You're coming down and you're pushing up. And where's the explosion happening? Right here. So that's where you exhale. Inhale and exhale. And it actually helps you cerebrally, it helps you psychologically to think about that exhale in that explosion. The other thing I want you to think about is when you come down to that counter, come down so that your elbows, you can still see your elbows. In other words, they're not back behind you. That's another way to experience injury. Be able to have your elbows come right out to the same parallel as your shoulders, okay? The other thing that you can do is, if you don't want to do a push-up, is you can get those weights back out and you can do a bench press, even if you don't have a bench. So all you'll do is you'll lie down and you'll do this with your knees bent. Hold your stomach in and protect your back, even if you're concentrating on your shoulders. So this is what you do. From here, you do the explosion and the exhale on the way up, because that's where you are needing the energy. That's where you're pushing through. Okay? And then reload that cannon. Inhale and push up again. That's where the exertion happens. That's where you're engaging those muscles. So any one of those three are versions that you can do to work those pectoral muscles across the chest. Okay? I'm going to choose to do the 60 seconds at the counter. But however you do it, it's all of 60 seconds. So if you're ready, let's give this a try. And hopefully you'll say, well, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, and we're going to do it to the music beat. In this case, I want you to have your feet parallel and they're together. Now you can also have your feet about a foot apart as well. Okay, here we go. Ready? And down and up. Exhale. And up. Exhale. And explode. Good. Hold your stomach in. Hold your stomach in. And keep those legs straight, knees locked, and the elbows parallel to the shoulders. Down and exhale. Exhale. Explode. Let that cannon go. And if you're doing the bench press move, it's the same thing. Just explode with those arms. 60 seconds. 5 moves in 5 minutes, each one 60 seconds apiece. And you can do that on a regular basis. I'm going to do the video next that strings all of them together. So you just go from one move right into the next. But hopefully this gives you an answer and reasoning behind what these things are doing for you, the body parts you're working, what you should feel, and why it's so good for you, for tone, for form, for strength. And even your posture is going to be better. This is Get Fit with Judy. I'm so glad you joined me today. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.